Hello everyone, so welcome to this little rigging demonstration on the Cartoony facial setup for Danny. So as you can see, Danny now features a wide range of facial controls to drive the facial expression of the character. So as you can see, I've integrated the character control system so that they are pretty much based on a layered approach. So you can see there's a multitude of controls controlling the primary controls, which are pretty much used for driving the primary shapes, like these controls that I can use to drive the brow controls. On top of these existing primary controls, I can also drive the secondary controls, which are based on spline. So you can just use them to exaggerate the pose a little bit higher, maybe to create some subtle pose changes, or maybe like creating a polish in the facial expression. So you can just move them a bit more higher to create those exaggerated shapes. So just go beyond, right? Just push the limitation of the rig. So just like that. So I can control the shape of the overall shape of the brows just using those controls. The same thing goes for the lips. So as you can see, these are the primary controls, and on top of the primary controls, what I have integrated is there is additional attribute controls which we can use to control the outline of the lips, and I can do this manually for each and every section of the lip. And on top of that, these secondary controls are pretty much based on the spline, so you're bound to get these beautiful arcs, and you can really interactively and intuitively control the curvature of the lips just like that, right? And I can just do the same for the lower lips as well. Just move them any way you like, and you just get that nice subtle effect on the curvature of the lip. On top of that, I've also integrated the system with a new slide system which we can use to slide the lips across. And this slide on top of the slide, also the twist system, which we can use to create the subtle changes in the facial expression, especially useful during the dialogues and emotion, subtle changes in the emotion of the facial of the character, right? And yeah, we can just go ahead and place the mouse wherever we want as well, right? And on top of that, there is like layered attributes like controlling the lip roll and stuff like that, basically used for dialogues. So if I had to go through other controls inside of this rig, like these are the blink controls which we can use for the blink, the upper and the lower blinks, very especially useful. And these are the outline controls or the contour controls for the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid. Now I've also integrated this secondary control, which is like a blend of both of these controls. So you can go up and down to create the blinking system, right? And you can go sideways to control the contour or the outline of the eyes. So if you move them both together, you get this nice interactive eyelid system, both for the upper and the lower system as well. And you can do that very interactively and intuitively, right? And these are the cheek controls that you can use to bulge it up. So on top of that, we have these other deformation controls which we can use to change the position of the eyes wherever you want, right? And you can even scale these controls a little bit higher, and you can use these secondary controls to change the position of the eyes wherever you want. Like if you want to create those nice squash and stretch on the eyes, you can do that using those intuitive controls out there, right? And you can do the same for the mouth. So this is for the mouth, and you can use these controls to drive the position of the lips wherever you want. You can just push the limitation, create a really cartoony expression out of it, right? On top of this system, I've also layered the squash and stretch controls, which we can use to control the squash and stretch of the rig. And this is for the upper, this is for the lower, and this is for the middle section as well, and which we can use to bend the character controls as well. I can also go ahead and scale that as well any way I like to create those nice bulbs. Do the same for the upper section. I can just go ahead and scale that any way I like, right? And I can just go ahead and rotate that as well to create those nice twists as well. Especially useful to create the arcs and like smear type of animation, right? So if I had to just show you some of the pose tests that I've done with this character, so let me just show you. So here he's just doing an open smile. You can see how I can use these controls to push the mouth smile a little bit higher. So here again, this character is creating some sad expression. So he's pretty sad right now. And see how the brows, I can just go ahead and push the limitation on them as well with these secondary controls, right? There you go. And here he's like scared at the moment, Danny. And you can see I can make him even more scale, like creating the eyes a little bit bigger on the one side and the other a little bit of symmetry, right? And these squash and stretch on the other hand can create like, I can just go back and to create like, oh, he's really scared at the moment. So there he's a bubbly chubbly face. So you can see he's creating nice facial expression to create that cheek bulge. So if I had to select a model and just smooth it out a little bit, you can see the smooth version. There you go, right? So this expression is just a smile with a closed smile, and you can see the cheeks are bulging a bit more. Just go ahead and push that a little bit higher to make it even more expressive. There you go, he's making another facial shape here, so maybe he's bored. So here Danny is really angry, and you can see how the facial expression, the change in the arc of the face, creating him very angry shape. So I can use these secondary controls to change the position of the eyes, or I can even go higher with these secondary controls to create some punchy expression. And I can use the squash and stretch, so you can see that if I go up, he's not that angry. So if I really pushed it hard, he's like really mean and really pissed off right now, right? There you go. And here he's really sad, so he's about to cry with a wide mouth open. Here's again his sorrow. He's feeling sorrow at the moment. Here's another expression, a cute little expression. He's interested in a lollipop, chocolate. So here he's again scared at the moment. So here he's creating some cool expression like, you got the moves. So that's pretty much with the demo of the Danny character, which features in our animation workshop here at Puppeteer Lounge. So thanks for watching and hope you like it.